Hi, everybody. This is Lisa.
And this is Joe.
And welcome to the Cheap Date Show for August 12th, 2006.
That's Cheap Date, the show that asked the question.
What kind of ice cream cone do you want, Joe?
What kind of ice cream cone do I want?
Yeah, what kind do you want?
I'll have a chocolate, strawberry, peach, vanilla, banana, pistachio, peppermint, lemon, orange, butterscotch ice cream cone.
You want a chocolate, strawberry, peach, vanilla, banana, pistachio, orange, lemon...
Peppermint.
Vanilla.
Peppermint, lemon, orange.
I can't believe I got that far.
I'm impressed.
Now I know how you did it. I couldn't do it if I thought about it, but if I just start talking, I have the rhythm, kind of.
That's true. But if you do it wrong, you can get a butterscotch, orange, lemon, peppermint, pistachio, banana, vanilla, peach, strawberry, chocolate cone.
What? What are we talking about?
We discovered the wonderment of YouTube.
Wait, let me describe this particular scene as it happened. This is a clip from Sesame Street, and if you remember it, you remember it, and if you don't, you don't.
It was from like 1960. It was from like the very first season or second season of Sesame Street, 69 or 70.
Joe and I are scrolling through YouTube, and so I know that he had no background for this, or I mean that he had no prior knowledge of this. We're scrolling through YouTube looking at Sesame Street clips, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, I remember this one." He plays it, and in unison with Ernie, he peels off this ice cream cone perfectly. Perfect rhythm, perfect speed, every syllable exactly right.
That's right. And you were impressed, weren't you?
I was very impressed, because I know it's been 30 years. At least 30 years.
The lady I'm looking at is very easily impressed.
Shut up. No.
Cheers.
Of course, you didn't hear me singing along with Square One after that.
That's true.
The mathematics of love.
Yeah. What was it?
Night. Stars were glowing. Hearts. We're overflowing. Words. It's about Roman numerals, if you haven't figured that out yet.
Square One. The one thing I was looking for, there were some clips from the TV show Zoom, which if you're from my generation, you'll remember. Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about now? We should tell them.
Okay, this is all on YouTube.
If you have not been to this website, stop whatever you're doing and go. Stop the podcast if you need to.
Yeah.
It's that important.
Yeah.
It's a big...
repository.
I was going to say repository, but I didn't want to misspeak.
Oh, that's fine.
It's a big repository of video clips. I don't know if you can get whole movies or whole TV shows there.
No.
But
Not
all
really.
these people they taped this stuff for whatever reason in the 60s or 70s or 80s. And they have it in MP3 format now, so you can go check it out. It's a great place to look up. We looked for the Little Caesars pterodactyl commercial and could not find it, but it will probably be up there soon. If there's a Saturday Night Live sketch you can't remember, or that you've seen but you want to show to somebody, or tons of Sesame Street. What else? Music videos.
Yeah, commercials. Well, we mentioned
lots of stuff that you wouldn't have been able to find anywhere online.
We mentioned on last week's show the recording that I made of that night owl thing, that video text thing, and someone had digitized it and put it up there. So I will say also that the Arlington Heights song video that was our video podcast is now up on YouTube as well. If you look for Arlington Heights song, and it'll show up. If
you were smart enough to tape stuff in the 70s or 80s, especially commercials, and you have a way to digitize it, throw it up there and share. And you know what? Do it sooner rather than later, because sites like this don't last forever.
True. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that I'm shocked that they haven't taken this site down yet.
That's why you need to get there urgently and see what you want to see, and save it if you want to save it.
Right.
Because it's nothing that's even worth protecting with copyright. But, I mean, 90% of it isn't.
But it's stuff that's unavailable. Like, I got into the Sesame Street thing because I don't even know how I got into it, but someone had posted the entire first. They did it in pieces. They had posted the entire first episode of Sesame Street from 1969.
Right.
There was an orange Oscar and a frightening-looking Big Bird.
I've heard of the orange Oscar, but I've never seen him.
Well, there used to be a great show. Children's Television Workshop I think they used to own a part of the Noggin cable channel, and they used to run late at night a show called Sesame Street Unpaved, and it was all of the real old Sesame Street shows, and they were gearing towards they were gearing towards the people who had grown up watching it. So YouTube, check it out. Our endorsement. Yeah. 27 big thumbs up.
That's YOUTUBE.
Right. And like I said, check it out before they get shut down, because I'm not wishing them any ill, but I have a feeling that something this good, as we've learned on the internet, can't possibly
something
last.
this good and free. Now, speaking of ice cream.
Oh, okay. Yes, we got to follow up on last week's ice cream episode. We got a couple of emails from some fans. Hey, fans. I don't even know. Adon said that Dulce de Leche is his favorite ice cream cone, or his favorite ice cream right now. And there's also he talks about a TV show in the greater Pittsburgh area that featured an ice cream parlor called Springer's Homemade Ice Cream in Stone Harbor, New Jersey. It's only open for the summer, and then what it is they make 4 dozen flavors. They have over 60 recipes. The ice cream is very creamy, though lighter than the ultra butter-fatted stuff of the recent years. They have the traditional
interesting
flavors.
Comment, I thought.
Yes, that is interesting. They have traditional flavors, and then they have special flavors such as Springer Chip, which is chocolate chips in coffee instead of vanilla.
Ooh,
something
edgy.
right after Lisa's heart. But the cool thing that they do is they do something called potpourri, which is a mix of all the remainders of the morning ice cream making process. When they make the ice cream each morning, sometimes they make a little extra. The extra goes into a tub where they put it with all the other little extras. So potpourri is a mix of almost everything they make that day. And then, of course, the staff will tell you what's in there.
So you could get your chocolate, strawberry, banana, pistachio, peppermint, orange, lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get it?
Exactly. Well, you're... never mind.
Okay. I think that's an awesome idea.
That's an awesome... And actually, that's very similar to the what's the frat party drink?
Suicide?
Where you bring the big garbage can and everyone dumps in...
Yeah, I don't know what you call. I don't know what the name for that is. I imagine it goes by a lot of different names.
I've heard suicide referred to as when you go to the fountain at.
Yeah, and you just go down the line.
Like, for example, Emma will make a suicide Slurpee whenever she goes to the 7-Eleven.
Of course, her Slurpee cup is full by the time she gets to the third lever, and then she gets really ticked off.
But. Yeah, there's a name for that drink where everyone goes.
Where you bring like a garbage can.
Well, presumably you go to Ace Hardware and you buy a brand new one.
Well, yeah.
And then everyone brings a bottle of whatever and just dump it in. Right. But there's a name for that.
Right, and you make a big like fruit juice base or something and then fill it up with other gunk.
Right.
If you know, let us know.
Yes.
We'll share it.
Thank you, Adon, for that message. Also, we got an email from our pal Shelly, who was telling us about a place called Amy's Ice Cream, which I believe is located in Austin, Texas.
Presumably.
And we have an open invitation to go down there and visit Shelly. So, Shelly, take us here, and also, we'll go to see Tony Price at the Continental Club or wherever she plays. I know I've been talking about this for like 5 years. One of these days I'll get down there and see her. Their standard flavors are sweet cream, just vanilla, Mexican vanilla.
Ooh, right up your alley.
Maybe made with Mexican vanilla extract, perhaps. Perhaps. White chocolate, up my alley again. Belgian chocolate, dark chocolate. They also have seasonal flavors of amaretto peach, cantaloupe ice, cranberry, eggnog, fresh peach, peach ice, pumpkin cheesecake, pumpkin pie, watermelon ice. And then they have a whole slew of fruit ices. Aloha, cherry lime, grapefruit, lemon lime. and it just goes on and on and on. So this, and then take a look. I'm going to show Lisa this list. This is the complete list of flavors.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah.
Kahlua? Wow. Coffee amaretto?
So it's pretty
Chocolate raspberry. Chocolate Grand Marnier.
There you go.
Oh, bourbon chocolate walnut.
So thanks everyone for all the feedback on the ice cream episode that we did last week. There were a couple of things that we should have mentioned as well. One of which was we did mention Mario's Italian Ice on Taylor Street.
Peanut butter and jelly. Sorry.
Which technically isn't ice cream, but it's Italian Ice. It's still a good summertime favorite.
Yeah.
And there was one other place we should have mentioned as well.
Ashby's.
Oh, yeah, Ashby's, which is a little chain. They have one right in downtown Arlington Heights. It's a good little alternative to Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. And far superior to Dairy Queen.
Yes.
And so walking distance from the movie theater, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, party of two, your table is ready.
Alrighty.
Opaa!
That's a clue as to where we are, isn't it?
I just had to get that out. We are at the Greek Islands.
Greek Islands Restaurant. One of our favorite Greek restaurants here in the greater Chicago area.
In Greektown.
And I would say the greater Chicago land area, but it always irks me when people say that. It's a little redundant.
Where do we start with Greek Islands? I mean, it's in this neighborhood in Chicago where there's this sign on the side of the Walgreens building is in Greek.
Right. Well,
it says pharmacy, and then it says pharmacy in Greek. It's kind of trippy.
If you've seen the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, that movie allegedly takes place in the neighborhood that this restaurant is located.
Yes.
And it wasn't. It was actually filmed in Canada, I believe.
Yeah, a lot of things are.
That's right.
Canada is very big for filming.
Now, the Greek Islands restaurant is at the corner of Halstead and Adams, which is right smack in the middle of the neighborhood. There are other restaurants, and Greek restaurants in Chicago are kind of like pizza places in Chicago because everyone has their favorite for their various reasons. A lot of people prefer the Parthenon. I believe Jeff Smith, the late Kruger Gourmet, preferred the Parthenon. In fact, it was his Saganaki recipe that I still to this day make. Yes, this is tilting your glass. The Greek Islands has been in its present location since, I believe, 1982 or 83. They used to be around the corner. But this place, I have friends who are Greek who swear by this. They say, don't even look at the other places. This is the place to go.
But sure, it's probably a matter of opinion.
Exactly. I had lunch at Roditas, which is a couple of doors down.
So I think what Joe's saying is we don't want to argue about it. We're just telling you what we like.
That's right. And that's what this show is all about.
As usual. The menu at Greek Island is way too extensive, I think, for us to really discuss thoroughly. So maybe we should just talk about our usual there, our favorites there.
Sure thing. Let's start off.
The general. First of all, Greek Islands is really a fun place.
Mm-hmm. It's loud.
It sounds like a cliche to say it's always a party, and it's not forcing it like Applebee's or something like that. I love Applebee's, by the way, but it's not forcing it like someplace like that. It's just, it's always packed. People are always having fun there. There are always a lot of big groups there having a great time. And we always start out with Saganaki.
Yay.
Which is, I'm looking for, I don't even see it on the
it's on there. They might call it flaming Saganaki cheese or something like that.
Oh, yes, flaming Saganaki cheese. Is that what the cheese is called, Saganaki?
No, the cheese
I don't know. Joe and his kids took me here one day, and I just followed them. I had no input into what was going on.
Usually Saganaki is made from a cheese called Custard.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
And what they'll do is they'll take it and they'll put ouzo. Some places will put brandy on it. I believe they use ouzo at the Greek Islands. They pour it over there, and then it's fried. And then it's fried in the pan, and then they pour ouzo over it, and then they light it on fire, and everyone goes,
Opaa! It's quite the show. Not fried like deep fry. It's not breaded. It's just toasted, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Delish. Nothing like a big hunk of cheese at the table. Then Joe is a big fan of the egg lemon soup,
Right.
which is a lovely, creamy... It's odd because it's creamy and tangy, lemony.
It is. It's delicious.
And it's delicious. I like to get soup there, but I like to stray away from the egg lemon soup. What did I have last time? A chicken vegetable soup. What's especially good, I think, is the seafood soup.
Oh, yeah. Is that what you had last time?
Oh, gosh, I love... Not this most recent time, but I've had it before, and I love it. They don't have it every day. They do have the egg lemon soup every day. And then, on to entrees. My favorite, and what I would recommend for anybody ever going to a Greek restaurant, is souvlaki.
You call it shish kebab.
I call it souvlaki.
Well, that's because you're in the know.
When I am in the Greek islands. Souvlaki is pork tenderloin shish kebab, served with rice or oven roasted vegetables. And it is absolutely... And I have had some good pork in my day.
Yeah, let me tell you. Lisa's from a hometown where pork is king.
You know that I don't take pork
You don't
lightly.
pussyfoot around with the pork, as we say. Yeah.
It is absolutely the tenderest, juiciest, most flavorful pork I've ever had, skewered with some peppers and lemons. Peppers and onions.
Peppers and lemons.
That was random. And
that was the name of one of my favorite XTC albums.
Oranges and Lemons.
Oh, it was Oranges and Lemons. Thank you. Oh, you've been paying attention. That is awesome.
I've been listening all the... They're always so surprised. You were paying attention?
I'm sorry, continue.
So pork tenderloin with peppers and onions, skewered, grilled, delicioso.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing that I like about the shish kebab. I also like the chicken shish kebab as well.
Mm-hmm.
The souvlaki is what I like. That's one of my good standbys. The chicken shish kebab is also another good alternative. Here and it's the same thing. It's a similar. It's done in a similar marinade. It's just really, really good. The thing is that in many, many restaurants where you go and you order something on a skewer like that, they tend to overcook it. And it winds up being these little chunks of meat jerky of whatever your favorite meat is.
Charcoal.
Exactly. And I've been to places, especially with the chicken shish kebab, because it's really easy to screw up the chicken.
Chicken is very difficult to grill.
It can wind up very, very tough.
Yes.
But at the Greek islands, they do a wonderful, wonderful job.
They must actually like...
And maybe they parboil it.
That's what I was gonna say, and that's the way to do chicken on the grill. As a side note, is to parboil it and then just char it.
Then get your moisture in it, right? Because then it's already cooked, and then all you really have to do is heat it up and get the charcoal. Or
it's really too delicate to grill, I think. Pork does a little better, but they must roast it or something.
I believe so.
But they do a great job. And then what do the kids always get?
The kids,
it's a chicken thing.
The kids always get a chicken dish with a. It's in a tomato-based sauce called chicken rigatoni. Mm-hmm. And they usually get the white meat on that. So that consists of a breast and a wing? No.
A breast, that would be just a breast,
It's a quarter
I
chicken.
guess.
It's a breast and whatever's attached to the breast. I don't know. But they like the chicken rigatoni, and they really, really like. They wolf through that, which is
they really do.
Which is quite a thing to say for my children.
Comes with rice.
Comes with rice, and they really like that.
Greek food is actually surprisingly easy to order and eat.
Mm-hmm. Don't be, you're not supposed to be intimidated when you do this. My mom is a big fan of the dolmades and the moussaka. Big fans of that. Now, I should mention here that they also have a salad here called a salad, it's called a chef special salad, a Texas salad, which is evidently the name of the chef. They've had the Texas salad on the menu for as long as I've been going there, which goes back to the mid-'80s. This is an awesome chopped salad. It's chopped lettuce, tomatoes, and crumbled feta, and their house dressing. This thing is amazing. I have gone there, I've eaten there and had just the salad and saganaki and egg lemon soup, and I'm done.
Oh, man,
really
that
good.
sounds great. I don't think I've ever had that.
Yeah, it's really good. You know what? Next time we go there, we'll have to order that.
Wait, go back to the two things your mom likes. What are
Moussaka and dolmades.
Just very briefly, what are those?
Moussaka is baked eggplant, ground meat, and potato casserole. Casserole.
Castrol?
Casserole. I use that
like
in
the
my...
stuff you
Let me have some 30 weight in
take
that, will
when
you?
you're... Oh.
No, I got castor oil. Castor oil. I was going for the car thing. 30 weight, yeah, it was pretty good. No, it's a baked eggplant, ground meat, and potato casserole. And then dolmades are grape leaves stuffed with rice, ground meat, and herbs. Herbs. So there you have it.
And what do you normally get? I
I
know you got
usually-
something different this last time. I'm saving that for like the grand finale.
Well, actually, I got the gyros plate.
There was my grand finale.
Not here's the. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I blow something for you?
Yeah.
What?
I'm saving the best for last. The
Oh, I'm
Euros.
sorry. I'll shut up now.
Well, no. What do you normally get when you go?
I'll have my sip of wine. No, never mind. What do I normally
We'll
get?
come back to the Euros in just
Well, I
a
normally
minute.
get the souvlaki. The pork
Oh,
souvlaki.
just like me.
Just like you. But since you ordered it, and I don't want to be redundant.
Okay, now let's talk about Euros.
Okay.
Most of my Euros experiences have been at gas stations and the like.
Or hot dog joints in
Or
the greater
hot dog
Chicagoland
joints.
area.
And the Euros are tasty, but they're pretty greasy.
Yes.
And they're pretty heavily seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't seem heavily seasoned at first, when they're still with you 3 hours later, you're regretting the heavily seasonedness.
Absolutely.
But I had a bite of Joe's Euros platter at Greek Islands, and it was a completely different experience. We have discussed this before. Euros are basically a type of sausage,
Yeah, it's
I mean, they're
beef
ground and-
ground beef and lamb is what it is.
and and it's seasoned and
It's processed.
then packed back together.
Right. On
And
a big like conical shaped thing.
Right, and then sliced up. This was
Well, yeah, broiled.
broiled and then
then
sliced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Invented
If
in
you don't
Chicago.
know what a euro is, Google it. And if
Right.
you still don't get it,
That's
email us.
GYROS. No, remember we had this because we talked about the Euros place over here
I
a
do-
while
I
ago,
do
and people
remember
were thinking we
this.
were talking about hero sandwiches.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. These are gyros.
Gyro. Let me have one of them gyros. Make yourself a dang gyro sandwich, will ya?
Or gyros, as my
Gyros.
dad says. Anyway. Seriously. These were vastly leaner and equally tasty, but I thought much lighter on the seasoning.
Yes.
And I don't know how to describe that, except that maybe the meat was of such a better quality that they could go lighter on the seasoning and it would still be as flavorful. But instead of trying to douse cheap meat in garlic and such, it was a good meat that was well seasoned.
Right. Now, the interesting thing is that I think there are only a couple of companies that actually make Euros, and they're in Chicago. And, yeah, they make the thing. But for some reason, what I have at Greek Islands tastes different from what you would get, like, say, at Big John's or at, The Works or something, or a place like that. It's very different. Places, the typical hot dog places around Chicago where you can get Euros as well, on the spit, or on the little, thing.
Mm-hmm.
Those all taste pretty much the same because I think they're made by the same company. This is different. This doesn't taste like what those other places.
Yeah,
make,
it was
so.
it was really, I mean, it was recognizable, but it was really a step above.
So anyway, so that's what I get. So yeah. So that's it's always an amazing time at the Big Islands. One of our favorite places. And it's cheap because the four of us got out of there with drinks and everything for less than $60.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not cheap like Portillo's. Well, Portillo's isn't all that cheap.
No.
It's not that kind of cheap, but considering what you get, it's really a great deal.
And you will not leave hungry.
No.
That's right.
Be warned, don't fill up on bread.
Although that's the other thing is the bread. They give you the big basket of Greek bread, and
I don't even touch it.
it's amazing. That's addictive. So that's the Greek Island restaurant. It's at the corner of Halsted and Adams, right in the heart of Greektown. Check it out. We think you'll enjoy it. Now afterwards, we decided to take a
Because
little
that
detour.
wasn't quite enough food.
That wasn't quite enough food. we decided to do one more step in our ice cream excursion for Chicago. And we took a little trip up to the near north side of Chicago to 1658 West Belmont Avenue and the home of Scooter's Frozen Custard.
Oh.
Let's talk about this for a minute. In our last episode, we talked about frozen custard and how it's, if you haven't experienced it, you're missing out on something. This is something, it's thick, it's creamy, it's sweet, it's delicious.
It's creamier and yet interestingly lighter than ice cream.
Right. So Scooter's Frozen, it's located right in a little neighborhood in Chicago. Excuse me. We go up to, I think they only had two. They had 2 or 3 flavors going. They had chocolate, vanilla. Did they have something else going that night?
And like a vanilla fudge.
Oh, that's right. It was like a vanilla
ripple
fudge
or
ripple.
something.
Right.
I didn't really understand that.
And the idea is that you can order a cone or a cup, which is what Emma and I each had the medium vanilla cone.
Oh my gosh! And it was like a small shake.
It was huge. It was absolutely huge. You ordered.
I had a small cup.
A small cup
and that
of
was a
chocolate.
And that was a reasonable size.
And then Rebecca.
I almost couldn't finish it though; it was so rich.
And then Rebecca had the caramel fudge nut brownie chip.
She had the brownie sundae.
Oh, the brownie sundae. That's right.
She wanted chocolate with marshmallow fluff topping, which I thought was a fabulous idea, but they were out of marshmallow. So she got the brownie sundae. Now, when I think of a brownie sundae, I think of a brownie in a shallow dish with 1 or 2 regular-sized scoops of ice cream and whatever other toppings. This thing came in a huge parfait cup. It was layers of crumbled up brownie and ice cream and hot fudge that really was hot.
Mm-hmm.
And nuts and whipped cream and a cherry. This sundae was, I mean, I don't know how much it cost. I don't know what their price is for a sundae.
This was not the cheap date portion of the cheap date.
Oh, okay. But it was huge.
It was. We all had trouble finishing.
Yes, we did.
Yes, but it was all very good.
They have awesome they have really creative sundaes there, though. I think if I were going to go back, I would want to try one of their sundae creations.
They do. They make something called a concrete, which is what Julianne's also calls their version of a blizzard. Which is
where you get you pick a mix in.
The cool thing, they have something here called the Elvis, which is vanilla custard, Reese's peanut butter cup, and bananas.
Oh, yes.
And this is supposedly Scooter's top seller. We have not enjoyed this yet, but we shall. There's another one that I like. This actually is sort of up your alley as well. It's vanilla custard with whole strawberry topping, hand mixed for a decadent, refreshing strawberries and cream treat. It's their signature dish. And they were also in a recent it was either a TV show or a magazine article. They were also noted for their banana splice sundae, which is sliced banana, chocolate, strawberries, pineapple, and nuts. So they have a
classic banana split.
They have a whole thing, a whole selection. So big thumbs up there. We're going to try this place again. This was actually our first time there, so we didn't do a whole lot there.
I need to go with a bigger appetite.
Exactly. Can't go there after having a huge Greek dinner. They also serve Red Hots as well. You can get the Red Hot Chicago Scooter Dog with chips.
Scooter Dog.
Scooter Dog.
Nice. Now there's a cheap date. A Scooter Dog and an ice cream.
There you go. Perfect.
And chips.
So that is Scooter's Frozen Custard, 1658 West Belmont Avenue, Chicago, Illinois.
Come in. Come in. Come into my world. I've got to show you. Come into my bed. I've got to know you. I have dreams of orca whales and dolls, but I wake up in fear. You will never be my.
Can I throw out a random nutrition fact?
Absolutely.
I would just like to point out that due to improvements in the pork industry, pork tenderloin is now as lean as boneless, skinless chicken breast.
Really?
Yes, and I know I've told you that before, but I want to tell everybody because it's silly for me to even try, but I'm trying to make better food decisions, and the pork tenderloin is a great option.
Mm-hmm.
So pork is now my own personal cause. I'm not going to call it the other white meat, but it is. Go to pork.com or whatever it is, theotherwhitemeat.com, and you can read all about the nutritional analysis of pork.
Wonderful.
There's one more point for Slovaki. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
I'm done.
Okay.
Far be it from us to lecture about nutrition.
Yeah, this isn't exactly the nutrition cast.
True dat.
That's right. Oh, one thing we want to mention would be this right here.
Oh, yeah. This is important.
This is very important, and for those of you who are in the Chicago area, and only if you're listening to this either on Saturday the 12th or Sunday the 13th, real quick, there is a miniature golf course in Mount Prospect, which happens to be a miniature golf course that I went to ever since I was a little kid, called Twin Links. They have it's miniature golf and a batting range there as well.
Batting range?
That's what they call it. It's actually, typical batting cages. Anyway, they are going out of business. They're closing their doors. They don't really have doors, but they're closing
their chain link gates.
They're hanging up their putters and putting away their balls for the final time on Sunday, August 13th. And they say they're handing out flyers. They say nostalgic photos and memorabilia on display. Bring your pictures and memories at Twin Links. Raffles to take home Twin Links memorabilia.
And they're also rolling back their prices to 1965 prices or whatever.
Right.
Mini golf for a quarter or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. So there's so this event is happening on Sunday. It starts at 10 a.m. and it goes till ? Makes you scratch your chin and go, And proceeds of this are going to charity. It's sponsored in conjunction with the Alexian Brothers Hospital Network, who actually bought the property, and they're putting up, I believe, an emergency care center on that property.
Yes, they're going to demolish the whole shebang and
Yeah.
Build something new, which is too bad. I don't know. That's just like, I don't know, such a growing up moment when they knock down the miniature golf course and build a hospital.
Yeah.
Miniature golf is a lot more fun, but I guess we need hospitals too.
We do. So it's a blessing in disguise.
Well, but if you're in the area and you can get over there on Sunday, it looks like it's going to be, I'm sure it'll be packed and ridiculous, but it'll probably be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, so check it out. Okay. Also wanted to mention that tonight, while we're doing the show, we are enjoying...
Tonight's podcast is fueled by
Flinders Bay 2002 Margaret River Shiraz, a product of Australia. This is a really good bottle of wine that we got.
Yes, it is, in fact.
As I said, it's called Flinders Bay. It's on the Margaret River in Australia. It's a 2002 Shiraz.
Do you want to get a sound effect here?
Nah, that's okay. We don't do that on this show. Anyway, enjoy. This is really good stuff. The thing I'll make a point about this is a lot of Shirazes have a tendency to be extremely dry, and this is extremely smooth.
It's juicy.
It is. It's delicious.
It's bursting with flavor, as is usual from a Shiraz.
That's right. So if you run across this particular brand, Flinders Bay.
It has the cheap date seal of approval.
It does. And once again, they're not sponsoring us. We just happen to be sitting here enjoying it. All right, baby girl. I think that's going to end it for this one.
That's going to wrap it up for tonight. I love it when you call me that.
I love calling
I
you
have this
that.
big dopey grin now.
Aww.
Okay.
If people want to get a hold of us, what can they do?
They should probably email us at dish@cheapdateshow.com.
Is there... If someone had a comment about the show and they didn't want to send emails,
something maybe they wanted to share with others,
perhaps something a little bit more public,
they could go to cheapdateshow.com and leave us a comment.
Oh,
fabulous. We don't require any sort of verification or identification. There's no credit application. Bad credit, no credit, divorce, bankruptcy. Just leave a comment. You can even make up a name.
We'll even wash your car.
You can say your name is... Well, anything, really.
Walt Disney.
Wash their car? What do you... No, we won't. come leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Check it out.
It's fun. Then other people comment on your comment, and it's like a whole conversation.
And don't forget that you can also subscribe to us through iTunes. There's a button on our website, on our blog. If you just hit the little iTunes button and you have iTunes, hit the button, click it, you subscribe to us, and it's free.
And there are links to the things we talk about in our show where applicable.
Exactly. Okay, I think we've covered all the bases, baby.
And then some.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
You come into my bed, I've got to know you. I have dreams of orca, whales, and owls, but I wake up in fear. You will never be mine, you will never be my dear, will never be my dear, dear friend. Ba-da-da-dum-ba-dum, dear, dear friend. Ba-da-da-dum-ba-dum, dear, dear friend. Ba-da-da-dum-ba-dum, dear, dear friend. Ba-da-da-dum-ba-dum, dear, dear friend. My dear, dear friend. My dear, dear friend. My dear, dear friend. My dear, dear friend. Ba-da-da-dum, dear, dear friend. Ba-da-da-dum, dear, dear friend. Ba-da-da-dum.
This podcast is proudly listed at podcastpickle.com.
Hey there, Mr. Ice Cream Cone Man.
Huh?
Hey, I want an ice cream cone.
Okay, just a minute.
Oh, boy. I have been thinking of a very special ice cream cone, which I'm going to order right now. Hey, Mr. Ice Cream Cone Man. I want a very special ice cream cone. Can you make it up for me? Okay, here comes the flavor. Now, I would like one chocolate, strawberry, peach, vanilla, banana, pistachio, peppermint, lemon, orange, butterscotch ice cream cone.
What did you say?
I said, I want a chocolate, strawberry, peach, vanilla, banana, pistachio, peppermint, lemon, orange, butterscotch ice cream cone.